More breaking news coming in now. 21 kilometers from Kiev in Irpin, the city that's under attack, has witnessed another attack. Very, very unsettling images on your screen. Let's just play this out once for our viewers.
Oh, fucking film. Shit. Shit.
This is the city where Rajesh has been reporting from. You just heard him say that there is incessant shelling happening here in Irpin, just 22 kilometers away from the country's capital, Kiev. It's just west of Kiev. In fact, it's part of the Kiev metropolitan area, and a shell landing right in the middle of the city is the newest video coming in from the war zone in Irpin. Let's just listen into this entire video once again. A terrifying video captured on camera.
Дітей 200-х вивозили, мирне населення, маленькі.
Oh, fucking film. Shit.
Let's go straight to Rajesh. Who's just been in this city right now. He's just left from Irpin. He's with me live. Rajesh, terrifying images. Your report amidst the shelling and the airstrikes, and now another, very unsettling image of a shell landing in the middle of a road, very close to where some people were filming.
Look, Shiv, right now I'm still in Irpin. I'm the outskirts of Irpin right now, about 4 kilometers from the front lines where the two forces, Russians and the Ukrainians, are firing at each other. And you can still hear the shelling in the background. There's intense shelling going on in Irpin and around Irpin in last 72 hours, and in last 48 hours, it has intensified. As I've sent it in the report, there's continuous shelling by the medium RT and by the multi-barrel rocket launchers, as well as tank fire. What I've come to know from the military here is that Russian tanks have encircled the whole city, and the Russian infantry is right now. Can you hear another big bang in the city? That's just behind me. I'll just show you around first so the viewers get an idea of where I'm right now. The shelling still taking place. Can you hear it right now?
Rajesh.
That is the second last checkpost, and 3 kilometers beyond that is the front line. And this is a row of buses here to evacuate all the refugees leaving the villages. So I'm just 3.5 kilometers away right now. There's a big bang again. It's continuous firing. And what the residents and the soldiers said, again, one more. It's going on non-stop here. Again, one more big one if you heard.
Yes.
And these are big missile fires firing right now. It's continuous. And this fighting is pretty intense and has been going on. The Ukrainian army is firing from handheld Javelin missiles, which I saw myself. They did not allow me to record any military position or equipment, but they're firing with these missiles. Tanks are in the forest around the city, and Russian infantry is right now inside Irpin city, and there's a fighting going on in the built-up area inside Irpin city right now. Shiv.
It's incredible that you're able to show us the sounds of what's happening in Irpin right now. I hope you're staying safe. You're on the outskirts of the city, Rajesh, but those shots sound really near. The pictures coming in, the reports that you sent us, and the videos that we're getting in right now, suggest that the attacks, the shells or the rockets, whatever those are landing inside the city and not just on the outskirts. And we also saw this in the aerial strikes yesterday.
Look, Shiv, when I was trying to record, and I can tell you, it's not only just Indian media, it is in the entire world. All the press was here with me. There were reporters from about 13 to 14 countries. I was the one who could go closest to the lines, closest to the area where shelling is taking place. So you can announce it in a channel that your channel could reach closest to the front lines in the whole world, actually, not just India. And the shelling is going on continuously in the entire town. It's the old people who are not willing to leave the city, and these are the people now being evacuated, and there are heartbreaking scenes around, ladies crying, bringing their pets along, young people, some of them are still not losing heart, and are with a positive spirit that yes, we will find a life somewhere and we are willing to fight for Ukraine and we will defend this country.
I just want to tell our viewers that Rajesh is a reporter who is right there during the shelling. He's reporting from the shelling. One of the few reporters, forget about India, one of the few reporters in the world who's brought us these images. Let's go. Let's pull out our screen and show you what Rajesh is sending us from Irpin right now, a city where you've just seen a shell land in the middle of the road. The entire the air is grey with shell smoke and gun smoke after a shell has just landed right there in the middle of a built-up area. That's how precarious and vulnerable things are right now. I want to play out that video once again, and then I'm going to play out Rajesh's, most unsettling up-close report. Look at this first.
Дітей
Що вчора було з дітьми, кажеш?
погано було. Дітей 200-х вивозили, мирне населення, маленькі.
Oh, fucking film. Shit! Shit, shit, shit. Shit.
To Rajesh. Let's go back to Rajesh. Rajesh, images coming in from the place that you are. Heavy shelling taking place not very far from where you are, and we've heard them as well.
You can show it to the viewers right
Yeah.
now.
No.
Yes, Rajesh.
Sure, this is the Red Cross vehicle coming, bringing injured people in, and this is the last checkpost. See, refugees coming in, injured people coming in, and this is the scenario just 3 kilometers away from the front lines right now on the way to Irpin. This is Irpin, Kyiv access.
These are ambulances taking injured people from Irpin away from the city. Is that right, Rajesh?
Not from city. These are people who are being evacuated and who have been hit. And let me tell you that there were 3 journalists who have got shrapnels and who have been hit or injured in this shelling. And the shell which I was recording that time, these 2 shells fell less than 50 meters away from me, but there's a forested area and somehow I'm safe that way. And I could switch on my camera at that moment when the last shell was landing. It was just a few meters away. Shiv.
Rajesh, I truly hope that you're
Shiv,
staying
focus
safe.
the camera, please. Look at the refugees coming
Yeah,
in and
yeah,
look
we
the
can
state
see.
they are in right now. If you could focus your camera right now, please.
We're seeing
And
exactly
these are
that,
the
Rajesh.
volunteers here who are helping with food, water, helping these people. Look at them. This is the kind of things which is happening here right now.
Are there aerial
People
strikes
bring-
also
look,
still
there are more.
happening in Irpin, Rajesh? We saw those airstrikes yesterday. Are they happening today as well, or is it only shelling?
There is no aircraft in the air, Shiv. I have not seen a single aircraft in the air so far. It's missiles, and in Irpin, it is artillery fire and multi-barrel rocket launcher fire, and also tank fire, which and of course, machine gun fire between both the forces taking place, and Javelin missiles being used to fire these tanks by the Ukrainian army in this area, which I saw firsthand myself.
So
Shiv.
there is a fight back also happening. It's not just one-way fire happening, Rajesh. That's what you're telling us.
Yes, there's a big fight back. They are still holding up their advance because Russian infantry is right now embroiled in a street fight in the streets of Irpin. Fighting in built-up area is very difficult, and to advance inside built-up area for an invading army is a nightmare. This is what your military analysts will analyze for you. But I can tell you, fighting in a built-up area for infantry, me being an infantry soldier in the past,
Yes.
can tell you it's a nightmare. And that's what's happening in Irpin town right now, and that's why it's taking so long. But let me tell you, this is the final obstacle before Russian army advances towards Kyiv. It's just 20 kilometers away. Shiv.
Rajesh, has the city been cleared out? You know, it is a city after all. Like you said, it's an urban built-up area with houses and offices and things like that. Has it been cleared out if you're seeing shells landing in the middle of the city?
No.
Look, Shiv, the videos I've sent you of the city, and if you will look them closer, there are a lot of high-rise buildings, multi-story buildings all over. With them, it's something like Noida, it's a suburb of Kyiv,
Yes.
highly urbanized, and fighting in that area, and black smoke coming out from everywhere. Every area is being bombed, and only I could see on the skyline of the city was black smoke everywhere, which I tried to point out with my broken phone and a broken camera, whatever I could get. Shiv.
No, we're seeing all of it very, very closely, and there's a sense of worry for your safety as well, Rajesh. I really hope, I'm going to keep repeating this because I hope you're staying safe, because this is looking worrying. I can tell you that what we're seeing from our cameras is a situation that is very, very volatile. We can hear those shells. They're vibrating out of your mic. They're vibrating through the phone that you're showing us these pictures of, and that's why I'd like to express a concern of millions of our viewers who are watching right now. You're doing amazing work, Rajesh, but please take all precautions. Nothing can be a priority over your safety. I just want to keep saying that so our viewers know that you are not taking undue risks right now. But go ahead and tell us, what is this situation? You are on the outskirts of Irpin right now.
For the benefit of viewers, I'll just swing my camera around once more.
Yeah.
You can show them, and then you can ask me your questions, please.
Yes.
Look here, the people, everybody's, look, these people suffering, refugees coming from, that's the front line where this road comes from, ambulances coming, people, injured people being brought out in regularly. And look, this big blast, could you hear it?
Yes.
Again, everything vibrating in the air. This is happening here all the time now. This is a normal affair now. And it is incessant. It's just happening all the time. Shiv.
What is the importance of Irpin, Rajesh? It's a city very close to Kyiv. Is there any inherent importance of Irpin itself? Does it have military units around it? What is the geographical or other significance? Why is it being attacked so much suddenly?
Look, this big airport which was taken by the Russian forces, Jartomil, what was the name?
Yes, Hostomel.
If you could help me remember it.
Hostomel.
That airport is just 3 kilometers away from Irpin. And
Okay.
it has a big military base, which is already under Russian control, and Russian aircrafts have been landing on that airfield for last 7 days. This is the last obstacle for Russian army on this axis before they invade Kyiv city proper. So they need to clear this town if they want to launch a full-fledged assault onto Kyiv. That is why it is so important to clear this town before they go ahead with their plans for Kyiv.
Okay,
Shiv.
so that's excellent clarity on what the why Irpin is being shelled so incessantly. This is a very unsettling live broadcast that Rajesh is bringing us as he is walking and reporting from the outskirts of Irpin. Every 15 seconds we can actually hear a shell landing there. This is the report that Rajesh sent us just an hour ago of the shelling that's taking place on the outskirts of Kyiv. No aircraft in the air today, but shelling and rocket fire apparently continuing non-stop. The Ukrainian fight back using javelin and other weapon systems is also continuing at this time. There are ambulances on the outskirts of Kyiv trying to evacuate injured personnel as well. So this is a live combat situation that India Today's Rajesh Pawar is reporting from, and it is a dynamic, developing situation. Rajesh is taking all precautions, but bringing you these pictures of the combat zone. There is nobody can soften these images. This is how, this is what combat is about. This is what war looks like. It's raw, it's dangerous, and in fact, Rajesh is a former infantry officer. He knows what this is.
Shiv,
Let's go back to Rajesh.
Big blast, did you hear? Big 2 blasts again. Heavy shelling going on. And again, if you can hear it, everything is reverberating, everything's vibrating with the shock of these shells. Heavy shelling. And let me tell you, Shiv, I will go in 5 minutes now. I want to give you the humanitarian angle of this conflict. Heartbreaking scenes here. Very old people, 80-year-old, 85-year-old, old people moving around. It's heartbreaking to see them leaving their houses. This is really bad. Shiv.
Rajesh, those people who are there behind you, are those citizens from Irpin who are being taken out?
Yes, there are a lot of them are from Irpin and from the villages around there, and they have to leave their houses, and some of them are really very emotional, and it's really heartbreaking to see them. This is really sad to see such a thing happening to humanity. It has a big humanitarian angle as well. This war is not good. And these old people, some of them, I interviewed an 80-year-old man who witnessed Second World War, and now he has to witness this. And this is really heartbreaking, Shiv.
This is a terrifying sequence that's playing out live on television. This is not recorded, ladies and gentlemen. This is live what's happening. Rajesh has his cameras pointed at the humanitarian tragedy that's playing out on the outskirts of Irpin, even as you can see and hear the booming vibrations of shells that are landing, perhaps a couple of kilometers away from where he is inside the city itself. The shelling is taking place, as you can see in the pictures on your right, inside the city. There are injuries being reported. Casualties have most certainly, almost definitely happened on the ground in Irpin. This is a situation that is definitely escalating, and as Rajesh has just pointed out to us, Irpin is the last kind of fortress satellite city that Russia needs to dominate if it wants to open up that axis towards the larger invasion of the national capital of Kyiv itself. As Rajesh pointed out, this is very close to the hospital. Okay, Rajesh, coming back to you.
I take the last question, Shiv. I take the last question. I need to leave after that. Please,
Rajesh,
question.
Just take us through what your plan is. Share with us and our viewers where you're going to go from here, what you're going to report. Just tell us that. Then you can go.
I would try to go somewhere closer to the front lines if possible. Otherwise, I will return back to Kyiv.
Okay. Stay safe. Stay safe. I don't want to take any risks.
Could you hear this?
Yeah.
Could you hear this?
Yes, we can hear
the blast just now. It's heavy blasting taking place.
Okay.
And imagine the flight of one more very heavy bombing. If you can hear this. People, old people, imagine stuck up in their basements, what plight they must be going through right now.
Rajesh,
terrifying things.
Yeah, you can, Rajesh. I'm going to request you now. You can put your phone down for a while, get to a safer place maybe, and report for us. But please be careful. Please be careful. Take all precautions. I'm going to let you go for the moment, Rajesh. Stay safe. Amazing frontline work there here on India Today. We don't compromise when it comes to getting you the story firsthand, but I promise you, because I know there is concern among our viewers, that we always ask our reporters to take all safety precautions, and we will continue to insist on that. There is no question of risking the safety of our reporters, and we will always do that. Thanks for the concerns being expressed by so many thousands of our viewers on social media especially. I'm getting a lot of messages expressing their concern. I can tell you that our reporters will take all precautions. This is truly the world's biggest conflict story right now, and India Today's reporters on the ground telling the story like never before. I used to tell you that India Today is watching India Today's coverage. The world is watching. This is what Irpin looks like right now. Take a look at these three images. Rajesh Pawar in that mind-bending image, that ground report from the outskirts of Kyiv during shelling just a short distance away. An image of a shell landing right in the middle of the city, and what Irpin has looked like in the early morning hours, with fires breaking out in different parts of the city following rocket and shelling fire. It's a city on edge. It could fall soon to Russia's army, and with that, the access to Kyiv will be opened. Rajesh is on the ground, and he's basically told you the Hostomel airport, which has already fallen to Russia, is nearby. And with Irpin on the verge, perhaps, of being taken control of by Russian forces, the road to Kiev stands open, and that could be the real objective. And that's the reason why Irpin is being bombarded in such an aggressive manner.